Greetings, YouTube. The Doctor is in. Dr. Urias Papers here, coming at you with another commentary on Dungeons & Dragons, and welcome to the channel that brings power gaming to the next level. Today on the Doctor's Pearl Prognosis, we're going to be talking about the spell Dream of the Blue Veil. This is a 7th level spell that is usable by bards, sorcerers, warlocks, and wizards. But first, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you have any questions or comments, please leave a question or comment, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you know when I've got a new video out. All right, Dream of the Blue Veil, 7th level spell, usable by bards, sorcerers, warlocks, and wizards. We're giving this one a C. It is not a combat spell. It is a player tool, kind of, to move around. I look at this more as a DM's tool that can be used for adventure building. And to, if you want to kind of give that hook, line, and sinker to your players on getting them to maybe go in a certain direction or do a certain thing. So, 7th level spell has a casting time of 10 minutes, a range of 20 feet, verbal, somatic, and material component, which you have to have a magic item from another world or a willing creature from another world. And it has a duration of 6 hours. You and up to 8 willing creatures within range fall unconscious for the spell's duration, the 6 hours, and experience visions of another world on the material plane, such as O-Earth, which is also the world of Greyhawk, Toril, which is the world of Faerun, Kryn, which is the world of Dragonlance, and Eberron, which is the world of Eberron. If the spell reaches its full duration, the visions conclude with each of you encountering and pulling back a mysterious blue curtain. The spell then ends with you mentally and physically transported to the world that was in the visions. Now, the key phrase in this is another world on the material plane. So you could not go to, say, the 7 heavens or the 9 hells or the abyss or something like that. Those are not on the material plane. So, second paragraph, to cast this spell, you must have a magic item that originated on the world you wish to reach, and you must be aware of the world's existence, even if you don't know the world's name. So, you got a book about it, a scroll that has rumors about the world, that kind of counts. So, your destination in the other world is a safe location within 1 mile of where the magic item was created. So, that means that if the magic item was created in the caldera of a volcano, like the Ring of Power was, then you're not going to go into the caldera of the volcano. You're going to go within 1 mile of that place in a safe place, like on the slope of the volcano. Alternatively, you can cast the spell if one of the affected creatures was born on the other world, again, other world on the material plane, which causes your destination to be a safe location within 1 mile of where that creature was born. The spell ends early on a creature if that creature takes any damage and the creature isn't transported. So that is if they take damage during the duration, I think is what they say. If you take any damage, the spell ends for you and all other creatures with none of you being transported. So if you fall asleep and the spell goes for the duration, then you transport to the other world. If it gets interrupted for some reason, you don't. But if you take damage in the other world, you don't transport back. That's kind of how that works. So like I said, this is as far as for players go, the player has to have a magic item from the other world. So maybe they're seeking something out and they find it, or maybe they're seeking out an individual from another world on the material plane and they find it. And then they can use this as kind of a pseudo plane shift. It's not a plane shift, but a pseudo teleport plane shift that transports them vast distances in the outer reaches of space. Alternatively, this could be used as a DM's tool. Now, I could sit down and think of a million different ways to use this particular spell that would help me build an adventure for my players, which is interesting, and it's a twist on new different types of adventure ideas. So maybe the players find a cursed item and they can't get rid of it, and they have this spell, and they find out, maybe they cast a legend lore about the cursed item, and they find out about it, and they need to get rid of the curse, but the only way to get rid of the curse is on the world where it came from. And so now they've got to cast Dream of the Blue Veil to get there, and then they can figure out how to undo the curse on themselves. Maybe you're introducing a new person or an NPC that has a quest. They accidentally, through some magical accident or some magic spell gone awry, ended up on the world that you're currently in, and they want the PCs to come back, or they meet the PCs and they want the PCs to help them on some quest on their world. Because they're from a different world, you can cast Dream of the Blue Veil and you can go there. Perhaps the PCs find a book with this spell in it and a magic item, and there's some adventure that is detailed in there about something about the magic item or where it came from, or there's another hoard of treasure there. Players are always interested in hoards of treasure. Let alone they don't know that it's guarded, or they assume it's guarded by something. But now they've got the spell and they've got a magic item, so you have dangled that carrot in front of them. So just a couple of ideas for this spell. It's not a bad spell. We're giving it a C. It's kind of in the middle. It's not really a combat spell, but it does serve as kind of a jumping point for a lot of different adventure ideas. All right, that's what I got for everybody today. I appreciate everybody tuning in, and I will catch everybody later.